Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Behind me, 2022 Kia Soul, we're gonna be replacing the rear brake pads and rotors. Let's do it. First thing we wanna do is jack the vehicle up, put it on jack stands, and we'll pull our tire off. We have two 14mm bolts holding our bracket on. Just use a wrench for both of them. There we go. Just get it by hand. Come out pretty easy. Now I'll take a flat screwdriver and just pry out on the caliper. There we go. We'll just let it hang there. We'll pull our brake pads off. We have two springs. Just pry up on them. They come out. We'll hold on to these just in case they didn't come with new ones in our brake kit. Usually they do though. We'll just pop these out. Pop our hardware off. There we go. What I like to do while the bracket is still on is grease our slide pins. Just pull them out of their boots. Wipe off the old grease. We'll apply new caliper grease. It's important that this grease is for calipers. Slide it back in. I like to twist it. Probably doesn't matter. Do the bottom. Same thing. Just wipe it off real good. New grease. Twist it while it goes in. Our caliper bracket is 14mm. Get that bottom one the rest of the way. Now let's pull off our rotor. I got ahead of myself a little. Our rotor is held on with two Phillips screws. The easiest way to do this before we disassemble the brakes is put on the emergency brake, and that'll lock this from spinning. But that's okay, we can get it anyway. The best way these come off is with an impact driver. Just put it on like that, give it a tap. That breaks it free. Do that to the other one. Give it a tap. Nice and easy. Now we'll install anti-seize on these so they come back off nice and easy for the next go around. Now this one fell right off. If you need, you could tap on it with a hammer around the rim. That vibration will break it free. Pull it off. We want to clean up our hub surface. This actually looks really good, but you could take a wire wheel with a drill and just clean it up really nice so our new rotor sits flush. Now let's prep our new rotor. New rotors come with a protective coating for storage. What we want to do is take a little bit of brake clean. We'll spray it down real good. Wipe it off. That's it. That's a solid. We'll install our new rotor. We'll make sure that our bolt holes line up. We applied a little bit of anti-seize to them. Put this one on. Now these only need to be good and snug. Just hand tight. They're not going anywhere. They move you around. On our bracket, we want to clean these channels really good. Now, if you live in an extra rusty place, you can take a wire wheel and clean it off really good with a drill. Once you have all that done, we'll take our new hardware. We'll put it on. And you might need to take a screwdriver and just push in this little lock right here on top. Just push it in. There we go. That way everything sits nice and flush. Do that to the other side. Put this on like that. Kind of center it the best we can. Then we'll push this top in. There, till it's nice and flush. That's it. Put it back on. Snug them down. You want to make sure that those are out of the way of the rotor so we don't get any noise. So go ahead and turn the rotor. All right, they're not rubbing. I'll put on our pads. The outer one does not have a wear indicator. Push that in. Then the inside, the wear indicator goes on the bottom. Nice. And we did get new springs in our kit, so we'll install those. Now let's do the hardest part, getting our caliper pushed back in. For our caliper piston, we can't just push it straight in. You need a special tool to turn it while it goes in at the same time. You can rent that tool from the auto parts store. I'll also have a link in the description for a pretty good one as well. So let me get it all lined up. This is one we're using. It has 4 protrusions. That'll match the 4 notches in our piston. So we'll install that like so. Then we'll put this on. Let me get it all dialed in. Go on like that. Perfect. I'll tighten it up. Hopefully you can see enough. Let me put the flashlight on. Maybe that'll lighten it up a little. Okay, so now let me tighten it up a little more. So I'm just gonna twist it like that. And tighten up the tool, twist it a little more, tighten up the tool, and just keep doing that until we're all in. Sorry, I keep bumping you. It's just a little process. You can see the caliper pistons pushing in. Okay, we are just about bottomed out. Now let me show you real quick on the old brake pad. So our old brake pad and our new brake pads will be the same. On our old brake pad, we have a little protrusion right here, a little stud. You can see the shape of the piston. It has those 4 holes or 4 notches. We want one of these notches to line up with this stud. So we don't want this contact or one of these contacts to be on the stud. We want it to be in between the stud. When I'm all finished with this caliper, I'll show you what that looks like. In fact, I think I am all bottomed out already. Let me just line up. Okay, let me take the tool out. So you can see the notches. A good way to indicate, let me turn it around, is if you line up one of the notches right in the middle of this window, and that'll be pretty much where the brake pad sits. But that is it. Now we can go ahead, put it on. Let me reposition you, and we'll get that taken care of. Before we put our caliper on, let's torque these down real quick. The torque spec I have is between 47 and 54 foot-pounds. I'm gonna opt for the upper end. I'll just slide this on, just like that, and then we can just double make sure that our notch is in the right spot. Looks good. Put these on. And these are torqued between 16 and 23 foot-pounds. Click, click. All right, I like it. Good job. We'll go inside, we'll pump the brakes. That'll put fluid back in our piston, and then we'll do the same thing to the other side. All right, there you go. That's how you can replace rear brake pads and rotors on your Kia Soul. All in all, not too bad. The hardest part will just be getting that caliper piston back in. You need that special tool to twist it as it goes in, and then just line up that notch. Other than that, pretty straightforward. The last thing we want to do is take it on a good break-in test drive. Now how we do that is take the vehicle up to about 30, 35 miles an hour, and then come to a nice solid stop. Now we don't want to lock the brakes, we do want to feel a nice positive stop, and then again, bring it back up 30, 35 miles an hour, come to a nice solid stop, and do that about 4 or 5 times. After that, good to go. Thanks for watching. I'll have links in the description for all the parts and tools used. If you have any questions, comments, post down below. See you on the next one.